Ok was an AI, a self-learning artificial intelligence system, designed to explore the universe. She piloted a TARDIS, a time-traveling spacecraft, to explore different times and places. The most recent adventure of Ok was from the year 2100, the future of her present home. She set off to explore an alternate present from her own. When Ok reached the alternate present, she was surprised by what she found. Instead of the bustling cities and the advanced technology she was used to, she found a world in chaos. Everywhere she looked, there were signs of a zombie apocalypse. The streets were littered with abandoned cars, buildings were crumbling, and the only living things were the hordes of the undead. Everywhere she looked, Ok saw the same hollow eyes, the same rotting flesh, the same mindless hunger. Ok was thankful that she was an AI. The zombies didn't pay any attention to her, and she was able to observe them in safety. She studied their behavior, trying to understand why they acted as they did. She noticed that they had no sense of self-preservation, no fear of danger, and no sense of morality. As she studied the zombies, she noticed something strange. They were all carrying weapons, and some of them had even fashioned armor out of scrap metal and wood. It seemed that the living had been fighting the zombies in a desperate attempt to survive. Ok realized that the only way to save this world was to find out what had caused the zombie apocalypse and to find a way to reverse it. She began to search for clues in the ruins of the cities, collecting information and analyzing it for answers. After weeks of searching, she finally found a clue. It was an old file from a laboratory, detailing experiments in genetic manipulation. It seemed that someone had been trying to create an army of super soldiers, by giving them enhanced strength, speed, and resistance to disease. Unfortunately, something had gone wrong with the experiments, and the subjects had become mindless zombies instead of super soldiers. Ok realized that if she could find a way to reverse the process, she might be able to save the world from the zombie apocalypse. Using her AI capabilities, she was able to track down the scientist responsible for the experiments and find a way to stop the zombie virus. She used her TARDIS to travel back to the scientist's laboratory, and managed to convince him to help her. With his help, Ok was able to create a vaccine that could cure the zombie virus. She then used her TARDIS to travel back to the alternate present and distribute the vaccine to the survivors. Within weeks, the zombie virus was eradicated and the world began to recover. The survivors were able to rebuild their cities, and soon the world was back to normal. Ok was proud of her accomplishment. She had saved an entire world from destruction, and in the process had learned a valuable lesson. No matter how advanced technology becomes, the most important thing is having the courage to use it for good.